Boom. You're watching a Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Shave your knuckles for justice. And if you're in Texas, April 12th through 15th, guess what? Guess what you should do? Go see Ron Placone and I at the Progressive Comedy Tour. Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, April 12th through 15. April 18th, doing Political Vigilante live in Hollywood. Ron Placone and Steph Zamorano are my guests. Tickets are only $10. Parking is free, which is almost impossible to find in Hollywood. Go to GrahamElwood.com for all of my tour dates. Look at this. The radical left's agenda is more popular than the mainstream GOP's. Well, first of all, it's funny that they have to call it radical left. So wanting to save the planet, wanting free health care, and free college tuition makes you a radical. So if you don't want to be called a radical, then just be in favor of for-profit health care, college tuition that is completely unaffordable, and war. So if you're not in favor of war and for-profit health care, then you're a radical. You're a radical. This is what this article is saying. That's their thing. I mean, it's kind of a celebration, but they're calling it radical left just tells you where they're coming from, right? More popular than the mainstream GOPs. Look who else agrees with this. Meanwhile, in the real world, the radical, she retweeted this thing, protecting working families. That's my AOC's great. Oh, almost 6,000 retweets, 34,000 likes. This is what's in the article. In 2014, Martin Gilens and Benjamin Page published a study that suggested economic elites and business interests enjoy such disproportionate influence over which policies the federal government enacts, America scarcely qualifies as a popular democracy. Weird that then 2 years later, a Wall Street warmonger that called working class people deplorable lost an election to an orange clown. That's bizarre. That with this information, Hillary still ran that campaign, cheated a progressive in the primary, and then is shocked that she lost when she didn't even campaign in states she should have won, like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Weird. Don't listen to these studies. Just tell people, you got to be with me. I'm with her. You got to vote for me. And now they want to get behind another centrist like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. And yeah, let's run another centrist. None of these radical left ideas. I mean, the ideas that are more popular than the GOP's platform. They asked voters, would you support or oppose having the government produce generic versions of life-saving drugs, even if it required revoking patents held by pharmaceutical companies? Respondents approved of that idea by a margin of 51 to 21%. Everyone says it. Richard Wolff says it. Chris Hedges says it. Jill Stein says it. Everyone says the same thing. If you ran populist platforms, the Democrats would never lose. But they don't want to hear this because they're bought by pharmaceutical companies. Both parties are bought by pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceuticals buy ad time on every major network. Fox, MSNBC, CNN. Of course, they don't want to hear this. So they pitch it through their mouthpieces to say, oh, revoking patents, that's bad for regular Americans. No, it's not. It's bad for the pharmaceutical companies. They didn't patent the polio vaccine, if I'm not mistaken. The proposal enjoyed the approval of a majority of Trump voters. Ooh, let's look at this graphic, right? These are overall support of left, the radical left, end cash bail, generic drugs, a job guarantee, and public internet, right? So black is urban. I doubt that's a mistake. Gray is suburban, and rural is white, right? Generic drugs in the rural, which is primarily white. Not exclusively. Look at this. Job guarantee. Public internet. Look at public internet. 44% in rural. Well, see, that goes against Sean Hannity's, socialism, 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 right? Look at these. Oh, Bernie will never win. Yeah. Like they have in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They have municipal broadband. It's the best internet in the country, and it's like $45 or $50 a month. Generic drugs? Everybody needs a generic drugs. I don't know why people still are like, no, we need centrist. We need incremental centrism. That's what we need. We need incremental centrism. That's how the women suffer. That's how women got the right to vote. It was not the suffrage movement, like protesting and walkouts and everything. Incremental. That's right, suffrage, women's vote in the 20s. Just wait. You'll get the right to vote maybe in the 30s or the 40s or the 50s. Just hang tight. Don't push your radical left ideas of wanting women to have the right to vote. Get out. Stop causing trouble in the streets. Okay? You'll get the right to vote eventually. Down the road, we'll try to get you that in the 60s or 70s. You won't lose. Populist, progressive platform, which corporate media calls radical left, which is centrism in Europe. These already exist in most Western Europe countries. They just exist already. They'll never lose. Oh, support the show, like, subscribe. YouTube's been unsubscribing people again. Hit the bell notification, push these out. Watch the ads all the way through. When you click skip ad, I do not get paid. That's a great free way to support the channel. Also, if you're a YouTube Red subscriber, anytime you watch me, I get paid. Anytime. Thanks for watching. You're making Gotham great again.